In 1940, Nazi Germany conquers Europe, leaving Britain as the last bastion of resistance. Hitler's Luftwaffe plans to crush RAF to enable Operation Sea Lion's invasion. RAF relies on Spitfire and Hurricane fighters to defend Britain's skies. Chain-home radar stations detect German aircraft from miles away. British civilians live in fear, but remain defiant against the threat. Winston Churchill's speeches rally the nation to stand united. War's shadow looms over Britain as cities brace for attack. Women and children contribute to the war effort tirelessly. RAF recruits young pilots ready to face the Luftwaffe. Airfields in southeast England are fortified for battle. Luftwaffe believes its air force will overwhelm RAF quickly. Britain faces the imminent threat of German invasion. RAF pilots train day and night for aerial combat. British national spirit rises to meet the challenge. Families across Britain pray for peace amid war. The Battle of Britain begins, a fight for the skies. Luftwaffe targets RAF airfields and radar in southeast England. Heinkel, He-111 bombers lead devastating raids on airfields. Junkers Ju-87 Stuka's dive bomb with terrifying precision. Chain-home radar detects German planes from afar. Radar operators work under pressure to guide RAF fighters. RAF scrambles from Biggin Hill and Kenley airfields. Spitfires engage Messerschmitt Bf-109s, fierce dogfights. Hurricanes target German bombers with relentless attacks. Young RAF pilots face danger with limited experience. RAF airfields burn, yet crews repair runways overnight. Luftwaffe aims to destroy radar to blind RAF defenses. RAF pilots defend chain-home towers at all costs. Pilots fly multiple sorties daily, battling exhaustion. Dogfights rage over Kent's skies day after day. Luftwaffe intensifies daylight raids to break RAF. RAF endures losses, but refuses to surrender. Pilots coordinate via radio, improving their tactics. RAF airfields become symbols of Britain's resistance. Luftwaffe underestimates RAF's resilience and determination. RAF pilots' morale grows with each hard-fought battle. Luftwaffe shifts tactics, increasing pressure on RAF. RAF holds strong, countering German assaults relentlessly. Aerial battles shape Britain's fight for survival. On September 7, 1940, Luftwaffe bombs London, starting Blitz, 86 chars. Hundreds of German bombers cross the channel in waves. Roaring engines terrify Londoners watching the skies. Air raid sirens wail, driving civilians to shelters. Bombs devastate London's docks and industrial zones. Smoke and fire engulf East London's skyline. RAF Spitfires scramble to intercept the massive raid. Messerschmitt Bf-109s guard German bombers fiercely. Hurricanes target Heinkel. He-111s through smoke. RAF pilots fight on the edge of life and death. Bombs destroy homes, shattering civilian lives. Londoners seek safety in underground tube stations. Children are evacuated from London to rural areas. Families are torn apart by the war's chaos. Volunteer rescuers work tirelessly amid the rubble. London burns, yet its spirit remains unbroken. RAF suffers heavy losses but fights on. Young pilots sacrifice lives in defense of Britain. Civilians rebuild lives amid relentless bombing. Churchill visits London's devastated areas, inspiring hope. London's resilience becomes a symbol of defiance. RAF pilots, exhausted, continue defending the skies. Luftwaffe believes Blitz will force Britain's surrender. London stands firm, refusing to bow to Germany. Chain-home radar tracks Luftwaffe with deadly accuracy. Female radar operators guide RAF under pressure. Polish pilots join RAF, bringing combat experience. Canadian, Australian, and New Zealand pilots enlist. International pilots strengthen RAF's resolve and skill. Spitfires and Hurricanes coordinate for greater impact. Polish pilots excel, downing Germans with precision. Luftwaffe is surprised by RAF's international strength. Dogfights grow fiercer as RAF gains ground. Radar saves RAF fuel and time in battle. Young pilots learn from international comrades' expertise. RAF refines tactics, outsmarting German strategies. Germany fails to anticipate RAF's unified force. International pilots become symbols of hope for Britain. Night raids begin, testing RAF's capabilities. RAF experiments with airborne radar for night defense. Pilots sacrifice lives to protect Britain's skies. RAF's spirit grows stronger with every battle. Luftwaffe loses momentum as RAF dominates. On September 15, 1940, Luftwaffe launches massive raid. 1940’s Bandremantelet Shields. Hundreds of German planes approach London in formation. Chain-home radar signals urgent warnings to RAF. RAF deploys every Spitfire and Hurricane available. Dogfights erupt over Kent and London skies. German bombers fall in flames, struck by RAF. Fight with unmatched courage and skill. Messerschmitt Bf 109 as falter against RAF tactics. Bombs hit London, but RAF gains control. RAF disrupts German formations with precise attacks. Pilots coordinate via radio for maximum effect. Luftwaffe loses over 60 aircraft in one day. RAF loses only 26 planes. A stunning victory. Polish and Canadian pilots shine in battle. London endures bombing but stands resilient. Churchill watches from RAF's command center. RAF secures the skies, turning the tide. September 15th becomes a historic turning point. Luftwaffe's strength crumbles, unable to dominate. Germany postpones Operation Sea Lion indefinitely. RAF saves Britain from the threat of invasion. Churchill praises pilots. So much owed to so few. International pilots are honored as Britain's heroes. London endures blitz but refuses to collapse. RAF paves the way for Allied victory. RAF airfields are rebuilt, stronger than ever. Britain's morale soars, fueled by RAF's triumph. Battle of Britain shapes World War II's outcome. To your seat.